Hi, I'm Lachlan. I'm one of the co-founders here at Wellio. Wellio helps over 600 schools teach wellbeing with confidence and prove it with data. Our platform and our expert school partnerships team help you build a custom wellbeing curriculum that's tailored to your school, engage students in hands-on lessons, and measure the impact all in one place. Let's have a look at how it all works. I'm going to start here in our content library. This is the home of Wellio's over 500 lessons. We cover pretty much any wellbeing topic you can imagine. If I wanted to drill a little bit further here, I could click into, say, our social media category. We know that from these lessons, schools often want to customize further. So you can drill in, press the edit button, and start customizing that lesson by writing anything you'd like in here. I could also then jump in and then customize the questions within this lesson. Add a poll question, add a quiz question, do whatever I like to make this lesson my own. This allows you to customize your school values or respond to specific issues that are happening at your school. When I jump out of our library though, I want to take you into our survey tool. This allows you to identify what your kids are struggling with. If I click into this example survey here, view the report, and then jump into the Students tab, I can see each of the year levels, the topic we measured them on, and how they all fared. I can see here that for Year 7, they were struggling most with this topic here. Using this data, that I can then drill down to a student level, and then I can use it to build my own custom sequence. I do that within the Sequences tab. This is where I can click into, say, Year 7, for example, access the library, and start dragging and dropping in the exact lessons that I want to target my Year 7 students with. I can also drag events onto this canvas to ensure that our Wellio sequence reflects what's actually happening in our pastoral care line. Once I've done this, this flows through to the classrooms with real teachers delivering lessons. I can jump into, say, for example, this class here, Year 7A, and I've been assigned this Connecting with Your Teachers lesson for week 1. When I click into it, I can view fast prep notes, which allow me to prepare for this lesson in seconds. You can see here that even if I was a teacher that didn't necessarily feel like an expert on this topic, in a couple of minutes, I could get across the content. When I go to deliver, I've got a couple of options. I can hit present mode, which is our standard device-enabled mode that requires students having laptops. Or I can use device-free mode, which allows students to use printed workshops and removes the interactive question types from our lessons that require student laptops. Let's jump into device mode for this lesson. And when I jump in, you can see I'm met with these wonderful slides. These are the slides that your teacher will use at the front of the classroom to engage students. All Wellio lessons are hands-on and teacher-led so that we can drive interaction in our classrooms. As I click through the slides, you can see I'm met with learning goals and measure success, interactive videos, and eventually hands-on questions that allow students to give their opinions anonymously. I can press the responses button here and pull students' answers live to the front of the room so that we're driving real interactions in our classrooms using both technology and hands-on games that are blended into our lessons. When I'm done with this lesson, I can click out and jump into review mode. Review mode is where I can see data about how students fared in that lesson and dive into individual student responses. Once I've done that, if I'm an admin or a school leader, I can then jump back into Insights and see how things are progressing across the whole school. So say, for example, I jump in here and I want to look at Year 7. I can see that all of the Year 7 classes are engaging well, and I can see which lessons specifically that they've covered. This class here has only gotten started on these lessons, whereas you can see here that 7B has finished them up. That gives you a brief snippet of how Wellio works, and we're really excited to meet with your school.